Hey folks, Mike here. Just video today. I'm just going to be explaining a few things. I'm going to explain how a few these ghost hunting tools work for people out there that have maybe heard of them but not really sure how they work. So I'm going to try to do my best at explaining what they are and how they work and what I use mainly. I just use the basic tools mainly for ghost hunting because I find that they justify enough. I mean, I do understand people that go and spend thousands of dollars too at the same time to get that really high tech, full spectrum deals because, hey, there's stuff we can't see with the naked eye, right? I believe that. So, Zach Baggins and all those guys, they use some pretty cool stuff. I'd like to get some of that. They also use like the normal thermal and night vision and so on. So I'm just going to go into detail as much as I can about a few things here that I do use on a frequent occasion. So, and also I'm going to try showing you guys a new PC app I have here that's supposedly a pretty good one. I watched a lot of Michael McGee. He's a British dude there. He's pretty good at the paranormal, justifying everything. So I do watch a lot of him. So if you want to check him out, he's a pretty decent channel there. Does a lot of cool stuff and experiments with a lot of neat stuff that a lot of people haven't experimented with. So to start off today's episode, I'm going to start by showing you the K2 device. Looks like that. Now that's just your basic K2 EMF reader. And a lot of even there's I guess there's a spirit ghost hunting store just around London here too, but I'm sure you can order them online or whatever, Amazon, wherever. Like you just type in K2 EMF and I'm sure you'll find a link. But anyways, what it does is you don't even have to charge this thing either. It runs without batteries. It's pretty cool. But to start, you click it on. So you push in the button for a second and hold it in. Now, you notice how it's got the green. That's always going to be, no matter what. That light will be on. So that's showing it's working, obviously. Now, I hold it back here, right? And what this does is it reads electromagnetic field. So, high magnetic field, you know what I mean? So, they say if there's a high magnetic frequency, that it can kind of tamper with your brain a bit. So it can kind of give you weird thoughts and so on. So it can affect the brain a little bit. So they say that a lot of times that comes with the paranormal too when you're doing a ghost investigation. And, sometimes maybe it's not a truthful ghost investigation. Sometimes it could be just too much magnetic frequency coming out of one of your electrical sockets or something you're running too much of. I got a lot of fish tanks. Now, if you have them all in one room, that could be kind of a source of that. Because the filters, they run a lot of electric magnetic frequency as well as the lighting systems. So, anything with like fluorescent or compact fluorescence, they're high energy, right? So they do run a high energy frequency. So this thing will go crazy spiking over. If you hold this over any one of those things, like pumps, aquarium accessories, this thing will definitely go high. It'll spike right up to the red likely. So if you're in an abandoned house or an abandoned building, okay, and you turn this thing on, there's no hydro, no energy running in that building, and you walk into a room and all of a sudden you get a cold feeling or the temperature kind of feels like it's dropping. You can get actual things to do that, like an electric thermometer type deal that'll read that. But what will happen is if this thing starts going off, that's telling you there's an energy reading there. Now, if there's not supposed to be any energy in that building, why would there be an energy reading? So that's why us ghost hunters use this tool device a lot of the times. And also, you can communicate with spirits with this too. It's been said. You can get an answer out of them making it flash, or I've tried that in a couple of our episodes. I don't know how that really works because I've never had it happen yet, but I try it just to see, right? But anyways, as you'll notice, now I'm going to give you an example of a high energy signal. So here I am here. You see it's just reading normal still. Now let me move closer to you guys. Let's see if this goes off. Nope. Okay, so That's not gonna. How about let's try right here. Let's try down here. Okay. Got to be something that's gonna go up, set it off here. So we're looking for high energy frequency. So here we go. Here we go. I got the sound bar down here, guys. And this is definitely using a lot of energy. I know it is. So let's go for this one. Let's get out of the way here. And I'm gonna zoom you in. Now. And sometimes to get your focus on these cameras, you got to zoom out and back in. I noticed. It kind of pisses me off, but here, let me find. Oh, there we go. So let me get you in a bit closer here. Now you see that? It's reading orange. So that's showing me that it's using a high magnetic frequency. Okay, so a high energy reading right there. That's what that means. So if you just want to walk around your household and test it out, just to check out how it really works before you go ahead and use it, that's how you do it, folks. So that is called the K2 EMF reader. That's what that is. It's a K2 EMF device. Reads high energy fields. So I like this. Like I said, I stick with a lot of basics with ghost hunting, and I just prefer to use that. So if you want to start out, grab yourself one of those. Now, I'll lead you into the next device, which is called the SB7, and I'm sure if you watch Ghost Adventures or any of those shows, you've probably heard of this. It's called the SB7 Spirit Box. It's an ITC research device. Now, what you do here, I'm not going to hook it into a speaker. There's no point. But anyways, what it does is it sweeps through radio frequencies constantly, so you can turn the sweep rates up or down. I usually keep it at 100. That's a fair speed. Usually, if you're in communication, that's what I just usually keep it at. Everybody has their preferences. Has a backlight. You can hit the button, turn it on or off or whatever. Now you can sweep and reverse too. So if you're not finding the forward thing authentic enough, if you sweep the spirit box in reverse, it sweeps all the radio frequencies in reverse. Now if a spirit manipulates it and talks forward, then you have some kind of proof, right? So what you want to do is you want to find yourself a clear station, kind of. Let me see here. And that's what it'll sound like basically right there. Bunch of white noise static. You'll hear it going in and out of stations. You're supposed to find a half decent station that's kind of clear, I guess. I'm not seeming to get a backlight here for some reason. I'm not liking that. I guess my batteries are dying, that would mean. Here we go. So I gotta get some new battery. You gotta make sure your batteries are full of these things too. So then you're going to ask a question, and you basically want to say, let it know off the hop. You hear it? It's this kind of stuff you hear. But you're basically going to want to tell them right off the hop, you only want clean spirits communicating with you. No evil entities are allowed to communicate through your device. You're only there to communicate with clean. See, it said hi. So and that's why you want to do that. Is just to let everything know, if there is, that is what you're doing, and this is the only reason you're doing it, right? So you lay down your rules. Then what you want to do is you want to basically say, hi, is there any spirits here that would like to communicate with me? That's twice I've heard that female's voice. What's your name? Hello? Are you there? See? What's your name? Would you like to tell me? I'm not here to judge you or harm you, sweetheart. Would you like to tell me your name? My name is Mike. Esther? Do you want to tell me your name, sweetheart? See this device in my hand? Yeah, I heard you. I want to know your name. Is your name Lisa? You don't have to be scared, I promise. Only clean spirits are allowed to communicate through here, just to let you know. No evil spirits allowed in my house. Hey, sweetheart, you still there? It sounded like a little girl anyways. Or maybe a younger girl. I heard you say hello. What's your name? Anyways, guys, that's the SB7 Spirit Box. And they usually run you, I think, around maybe $90 to $100 with taxes. And wherever you're buying it, you're probably going to pay close to that anyway, unless you get it used. For a brand new prices, though, it's between $89 to $100, somewhere in that margin anyways. Probably, maybe a bit more by the time you pay your taxes. Like, it depends where you get it, right? But anywho, that's the SB7 Spirit Box. And then, last but not least on that little item list, this is my digital voice recorder, and this is what spirit hunters call DVR. Now what this does is you record, you'll ask questions. You want everything to be totally quiet, so if you're with people, make sure if they make a noise, you mark it. Make sure you mark it when you're recording, because you don't want to go back, hear a noise, and forget that that was your buddy walking across the floor, right? So, but that's the scoop of that. So, and what you want to do with this one here, I don't know, they're all different probably, but you hold the play button in until you see it turn on. And this thing you can actually, all of them do have this, and if they don't, they're really old, but it does have a USB plug in. You plug your USB into your computer and you get a program where you can actually upload the sounds from this to your computer and play it back through a loudspeaker where you can actually capture it. And you can actually get the sound waves where you can see where something's been talking or making a noise that's not supposed to be there. So it all depends on the program you're using. You can use VLC Player 2, which is just going to play it back in the sound, but it probably won't give you exactly what I'm talking about. But if you want to just hear it back, and that's a way to do it. But anyway, so you want to turn the thing on. No, my luck, the batteries are drained on this puppy. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so there it is. So, and then you're going to hit record. Blue lights on. Okay, spirits, I have a device in my hand right now. If you would like to give a message to anybody, or even to me, speak loud and clearly into this device I have in my hand, and I should be able to hear you, and maybe I can pass on a message for you to a loved one. Or if you just want to let me know something, that's fine too. But here is the device. So go ahead and speak if you would like. Thank you very much. What is your name? Are you good? What do you want? Chair. So you notice I waited anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds in between questions. That gives the spirit time to answer your questions if they want to, right? So usually you just want to give it a bit of time to figure things out. Maybe it doesn't speak loud enough. It figures it's got to... They usually have to manipulate energy, so they have to build it strong in order to let you hear it. So then you're going to play it back. If I can find the right one here. So that's how you review it. I mean, if you got, obviously it's got a headphone input on the top too, so you can plug your headphones in here. It clears about your whole playback situation while you're on your hunt. You can do it right while you're standing there, and that way, if you hear anything that sounds like it might be a voice or something, you've captured it, and you can continue your investigation with the DVR and keep asking questions, which I likely would do if I heard something right away. But yeah, so these do come in a lot of handy situations when you're out ghost hunting, people. So remember, get yourself a digital voice recorder if you want to go ghost hunting, because you can capture voices that you don't usually hear with the naked ears, and you can always keep it on file so you can show people. Alright, so those are the 3 basic ghost hunting tools that I normally would use on a hunt. Now I got a new one I want to show you guys. It's called the Afterlight box. And what this does is it sweeps through internet radio frequencies instead, which I find even cooler and maybe even more authentic to that point, because radios can kind of, when you're using a radio station, I find it can kind of maybe take words from channels and mix them, they sound like a word, right? So this way it's internet. It's a little bit different in my eyes anyways. I don't know if anybody would agree with that, but let's see if we can. But I find it's got a reverb, it's got echo, so if you want to play with the sound a bit, and maybe you'll hear, you might hear a little bit of different things than what you're used to. That's what it'll look like right there. So it's oop. Sorry guys. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go hit the power on, and you're gonna turn your sweep down to 100. Like that's what I like it at, anyways. But turn all these on. For some reason. Now what this has too is, if you guys have ever heard of on Ghost Adventures a thing called Ovulus, it does have a very similar thing to that. It's called a Sanctus Talk, which would basically, you can manipulate, they can manipulate, it's got a word bank programmed into the machine, so they can just take the words that are programmed in and spit them out to you. For some reason here, I lost my sound. But you can go on reverse on bank C too, so we're going to turn that on. We'll turn this on. See how it sounds now?
Go.
Any spirits here like to communicate? I got a device in front of me right here. If you'd like to tell me something, pass on a message. Now it says down right here. That's probably telling me downstairs, maybe. Maybe down somewhere. I don't know, but down. Now I don't know why it's just coming through my Sanctus on the box there, because it usually does not do that. It's not making sense, people. Whatever. But anyways, are you still there, Spirit? No? What's your name? If it says Dave, I'm gonna shit my pants. What's your name? F? Fuck. It just said fuck. Who is this? Dave. This is Dave, eh? Are you mad? No? What are you doing? Do you like it here, Dave? Anyways, folks, so this is called the Afterlight, obviously. So it's like I said, it's really. All right, guys. So thanks for watching again, and make sure you subscribe if you like the content, and keep watching our paranormal ghost hunts. We love doing it for you. So that's all I can tell you. Until next time, stay on the 909. Talk to you later.